it's Sam here from KitchenGadgetsClub.com, and today we're going to be making some air fryer chicken taquitos. So if you've not done taquitos before in the air fryer, they're absolutely delicious. You can do so many different flavours, and we're going to be doing ours with some of these lovely corn tacos that I picked up from M&S. It's going to be great, and I can't wait to show you the different methods for cooking them in the air fryer.
First, let me explain to you who we are. If you're new around here, my name is Sam, and I've been teaching people how to cook smart with just kitchen gadgets for over 10 years. In fact, we don't even have an oven or hob in our kitchen. We are double Sunday Times bestsellers, and The Independent calls us the best for beginner cooks. But because we've been creating videos for a while, we've ended up with more than 1,500 recipe videos on our YouTube channel. So what we have done is we have created a recipe index organised by gadget to help you quickly find your next recipe video. You can find them all at KitchenGadgetsClub.com/YouTube, and we would be honoured if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel for more recipe videos like this. So now let's get back to the food.
Taquitos. So for ingredients, there's so many different variations of them, but I've got quite a cheats one, a really easy method for doing them. So what I actually use is my own homemade taco seasoning. The recipe is in full over at KitchenGadgetsClub.com. I've got leftover shredded chicken. Obviously I've got the tacos. I've got some cream Philadelphia. And I've also got a Mexican dip set. You're probably wondering why the Mexican dip set, and the reason being is that when you think of everything that you put in and include, they make great sense, because what you can do is you can use the sour cream and onion inside them, and the same with the salsa, and then you can serve them with some guacamole, and you can also serve them with some of the cheese, or you can make your own cheese if you prefer. So it's just a cheats way of doing them, and doing them easily, because we all like easy recipes, don't we? Especially when you've just come home from work or whatever and you're tired and you just fancy something easy. So grab yourself your favourite mixing bowl. This is my blue one. I actually got this with a weighing scale set probably 15 years ago, and the weighing scales weren't very good, but the bowl I've just been in love with ever since. So you've probably seen it in quite a few of our videos if you've watched some of them. If you are a new visitor here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, because then you can see other great recipes like this. So add your chicken into your bowl, and then I'm going to add some of the taco seasoning. So I'd say that's about 2 teaspoons worth. And then of course I'm just going to use the rest of this Philadelphia Light cream cheese. The full recipe is available on KitchenGadgetsClub.com, in case you're wondering what the measurements are. And then my hate for these is the cellophane. Why is it sometimes it comes off clear, and then the next time you use it, you end up with all these little bits. So instead, I'm just doing the lazy option. Knife through it. And then let's get into the ones that we need for this recipe, shall we? Right, I'm in. A lot of you will find this really disgusting, you know, shared spoons and all, but I'm using all of this salsa in this recipe, and this cheese is already in the bowl, so I don't see if there's any issue there, but I'm sure somebody will have an opinion. And then also all the sour cream in there as well. And then that is everything. So you can use your same spoon to mix everything with, to save yourself on some washing up. Then it has a lovely colour to it as well. So that's all the mixing done, and we're ready now for wrapping it in the tacos. But I just wanted to touch on something here, because you know, shredded chicken, you can use any shredded cooked chicken you like, but what we did is earlier in the year we were cooking a load of whole chickens in the air fryer and in the Ninja Foodie, and we ended up with a lot of surplus. So what we did is we shredded it and we freezed it, and we've been sharing quite a few recipes using it. So that's another one of the recipes using it. So do head over to KitchenGadgetsClub.com and search chicken, because you can find so many more of them there that uses up some leftover shredded chicken. So we've done all that now. So I've had a wipe down, so let's get these open, shall we? And if you looked a bit closely at my packaging, you would actually see the date on these is actually April, and that's because they freeze really, really well. Oh, look at them. The only downside to these is they're very flimsy, so sometimes I'll go through a few of them when I'm using them to make some, I'm making some taquitos. So I'm just separating a few here, and then we can get a few done, can't we? So this, of course, is the mixture. So once you've prepped them, you can pop them on one of these and then the air fry really, really well. I'm excited now for this chicken mixture. And I'm sure I've made too much as well, but who cares, eh? So pop some in, roll it round, and then imagine it going in there like that in your air fryer. That's exactly what you want to achieve. So number one for your taquitos, some more chicken going on, shall we? So this is number two. And then pop it there so that the crease is underneath, because then they won't fly open when you're air frying them. And then number three, the third one done. Number four. I had a lot of these when I was in Mexico. They were one of my favourites. The burrito bar now, that is something. Right, 4 in there now. Number 5. So 6 is a good number to aim for to actually fit on your paper liner. So if you look, you're kind of pushing them all together there. And then this is the final ones for the paper liner. And look at those. Don't they look beautiful? I think they look brilliant. And then look at the mixture you've got left as well. Batch 1 can now get air fried. So this is the paper liner version. So you just want to grab your paper liner by its edges like that and then pop them in. You could actually fit more in than that, but I want to show you the difference between this and doing them on the foil trays. So you can pop those on. Temperature 180 Celsius, 360 Fahrenheit, cooking time 10 minutes, and then press start.
Let me introduce you to Kitchen Gadgets Club. We recommend joining it because it's brilliant for kitchen gadget recipes with step-by-step photos. It's got lots of easy recipes. You can join for as little as £1 a week. It has a library of over 1,000 plus kitchen gadget recipes, and we add 4 new exclusive recipes every single week. Here are just a few of the recipes. Each recipe has both metric and imperial, step-by-step photographs, plenty of useful kitchen gadget advice from experts. Just take a look at some of the photographs. And of course, you can join by heading to KitchenGadgetsClub.com/join. And now, shall we get back to the food?
And we've beeped. So, shall we have a look? Oh, look at those, don't they look amazing? So crispy around the edges as well, and you can put them on for a little bit longer if you want to as well. So grab yourself a plate, and then I've got a little trick for you. So first of all, you can grab them out like this, it's just perfect for them. Look at that, don't they perfectly fit on there? Best bit on top is the sauce. So of course you can use some of your cheesy dip on top. I love plenty of this. It's just so nice on top there. And then of course you've still got remainder of your dip. You've still got your guacamole, so you can then use that for serving with it. Just smother that around. It's just perfect now for serving. And that is Team Paper Liner. So that's what they're like if you do them in the paper liner. So what happens if you fancy them in a foil tray instead? Well, I will now show you, and I'm also going to show you a really cheap, quick 2-ingredient cheese sauce that you can add on top. And this is great for if you don't have one of these cheese dip sets. I absolutely love this and I'm obsessed with it at the moment. So for the moment I'm going to put these to one side, and then of course let's make a batch 2. So we've got the same amount left again. I've got a foil tray. I've got an onion cheese sauce on my worktop. So now we're going to rinse and repeat. So I've used quite a bit on the first batch, so I'm going to try not to overuse this because I don't want to run out. So again, just tuck them in like that. Oh, don't they look lovely? And then pop them in one by one. Number 2. And remember about the crease that it's underneath or it's tucked in like that one is there, because otherwise they'll flap open. Oh, and I've accidentally got a slight hole in this one, but I'm sure it'll be lovely. Look, I've got a big bit of chicken there, so I just need to wind it round a bit. And that one's got a bit of a hole in it, but it'll still be all right. Number 4. Oh, we're running out here, so I'm just going to reduce how much I add. Number 4. Number 5. So I think I've got enough here just to stretch to 2. It's the 5th one, so I've got room for one more. Oh, and I've got a little bit of mixture left over because I can't quite fit all of it in there. So that's not bad for estimates. And then for the last one, it can go down there like that. And look at that, that is your other batch of 6 ready to go in. So pop it in it goes. Now, temperature 180 Celsius, 360 Fahrenheit, cooking time 10 minutes, and then press start. And we've beeped. So should we see how they're doing? So this is batch 2. Oh, look at those. Don't they look lovely? Oh, wow. I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love with those. I think they're amazing. So if you've not done taquitos, then that is just how simple they are to make. But wait, didn't we want to talk about cheese sauce? We did, didn't we? So, let me show you. So, we have milk. Obviously, milk is often used in sauces. But we have some cheap processed cheese. I don't know why the UK always call it processed American cheese. I don't really know why, because I just think of it as just burger cheese. I don't know about you, but what's brilliant here is you can melt it in the microwave with a bit of milk and it creates a delicious nacho style cheese sauce. It honestly just tastes like the sauce you get on top of nachos, and it's one of those things that once you've tried it once you have to have it again and again. So I'm going to use 3 of them here. And I'm just going to grab myself a microwave friendly dish. Grab yourself a bowl. And then the boring bit, let's open them up. It's okay if the odd little bit gets stuck. I think it always does, doesn't it? So then break it up like I'm doing. And then obviously doing this 3 times. So then number 3. Pop that one in as well. Look at that. All that cheese, hey? And then just give it, I would say, a splash of milk. Imagine you're making yourself a milky cup of tea or coffee. And then I'm just going to go and microwave that and we'll be back. So, we have done 1 minute full power in the microwave. So, let me show you what the sauce looks like. If you look, it's starting to go all mixy. And you just need to keep mixing it. And you can see the colour changing with the cheese. And it's starting to thicken up as well. If you leave it sat there and put it in the fridge, it goes hard like butter does. So just keep mixing. Just keep mixing. So as you can see, that's how it's going now. And then what you can do is you can just put it to one side for a couple of minutes, if that, and then it will thicken up. And then you can get your taquitos out of the foil tray onto a plate while your cheese sauce is nicely thickening up, and we can pour it over. So grab yourself a plate for dishing up with. I've got one of these again, so then it'd be interesting to compare. And then grab your foil tray out. And then I can show you here how little they actually stick to the foil tray. So you can be doing this just while your cheese sauce thickens. Oh wow, look at those beauties. Don't they look lovely? Oh, let's just talk for a minute how good these look. And can you believe that, for a sauce that you can use with any Mexican food you're doing rather than buying the dips? You know, 3 processed cheese slices and a splash of milk. 1 minute in the microwave and stir. You know, it's just one of those lightning bulb moments, isn't it? That you think to yourself, why didn't I know about this years ago? It really is. Patsy's always saying she loves our YouTube videos for all the hacks. Well, Patsy, here's another amazing hack. So, now you can just add your cheese sauce on top. Oh wow, look at this, doesn't it look brilliant? And then if you don't want that much on, you've got some extra for serving, or you can scale this recipe down as well. So if you're just doing a single cheese slice, it's doable. You just need to remember to add less milk. Oh, look at that. I'm impressed. Oh wow, look at that. Now that is good. And of course, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you've not made them before, then that's an excuse to make them, and just how easy they are to make and make crispy using your air fryer. Thanks for watching, and now you've seen a glimpse into our ovenless world. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is what I call one of our step-by-step instruction videos. If you would rather have short and sweet, don't forget to check out our shorts. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram. And if you want to find videos quickly, if you head over to KitchenGadgetsClub.com/YouTube, you can see an A to Z list of all our YouTube videos, so you can find videos by Kitchen Gadget. And I'll see you again soon.